Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, the Burnt Hands Perspective.
This podcast contains explicit and potentially offensive material. You've been warned. Now buckle up, bitches. Let's go.
Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, the Burnt Hands Perspective. All right, it's that time of year again, guys. Valentine's Day. It's that moment. They're all coming. Get ready. Have fun. Don't bitch about it. They chose you because of what you do all year. Fucking give it to them. So guess what?
What?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. This is a Valentine's Day episode.
Valentine's Day, I never got into it. It was carnations at school and the little friggin' tear-up cards.
Remember when you could actually send Valentine's like other kids?
Then we had the little box. You made a box and you put the shit in there.
That's not allowed anymore.
Right. So anyway,
everybody has to get a card.
So I never really got into Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then I got back into, I got into the restaurant industry, and as I grew, Valentine's Day in the restaurant was a fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? So it was a nightmare at the beginning, especially for young chefs who... We just, when you're a young chef or a young cook, let's just say you're a young line cook, right?
Yeah.
Or wait staff, whatever you are. Wait staff didn't even like it because it was considered the...
So you hear amateur night, amateur diners, same as like New Year's Eve, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about like the good and bad of it, because I think that there is a lot of misconception over people that come in and think, oh, it's amateur hour, it's going to fucking suck, we're not going to have any, I don't know.
In a sense it is. So I say amateur hour. I don't know if it's amateur hour, more so that's the term for it, but I think more or less it's obligation hour. You know what I'm saying? I think it's obligation hour. You have to take someone out, whether you go out or not. So some people might be excited about it. Most people find it a task, right? But as time goes on, right, it is amateur hour in a sense, because it is exactly that. People are obligated to go out. They're obligated to take their spouse out where they normally typically wouldn't, or their girlfriend or boyfriend, or whatever your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you got, right? Whatever your stick
Whatever
is.
it is.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, right? You got to take that boat out and float it, right?
At least for one night.
Yeah, at least one night. So a lot of people will go to places they don't typically go to, and that brings people in the more finer dining or the more nicer restaurants at jeopardy, because here we are now having to entertain this. And a lot of people are looking for discounts, so we think. A lot of people are looking for... the cheap way out, or the best deal, or the 2-for-1,
or they're just not used to the fact that it's busy. Wait times,
Correct.
Ticket times are going to be longer because it's busier. There's a lot of people who don't know what they're ordering, so they get it and they don't. There's more complaints, more bad.
Most restaurants are 100 people above what they're typically normally doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that luxury every other day, so they don't have that routine. They don't have that experience. So there's a lot of confusion in the kitchen. There may be a lot of confusion over the pass or the tickets that are coming in because they're not used to it, right? So everybody wants it. So I used to think about it as that amateur hour.
Yeah, you thought of the negative.
I thought of the negative, but as I grew, right, and I got older into it, and then it become more of a businessman and the business mindset of it, I realized it's not.
No,
it's not. What I tell my staff now and our team is that it may be amateur hour to you because you don't feel like doing it, because it's just not into your routine, right? So you're going to be pissed about it. But what you got to remember is, like them, you are starting your culinary career. And like a lot of these people who are amateurs, everyone starts somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So this could be a lot of people. If we have 300 reservations tonight by the restaurant, this one here itself is packed in tomorrow night too as well.
Yeah.
So what we have is hundreds of people that are coming in that may not have come in before because they're amateur or because they're giving it a shot. So if you do your job right, and I tell my team this, and we do our job right, and we make it happen, these people are going to, all of a sudden, it's going to work. It's going to bind, and they're going to get it. They're going to understand it. They're going to get comfortable with it, and that becomes their future. So what became amateur is now going to become something,
a loyal customer
in time, because they're going to have a memory with it, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
Right? I can't help you once you sit down. I can get the food to you. I can make the champagne perfect. We can get the roses. We can get everything nicey nice, like lemon ice.
You're gonna fight.
But if you can't seal the deal, bro or girl, that's on you, man. I can't do nothing for you there. However, let's just say the seal deal is under control, right?
Yeah.
They sealed their deal, right? They go home. It's all good. Life is good. Now they're gonna remember that as they go through, right?
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day may be amateur, But in a sense, it's the building block of a future customer.
Yes.
Because even if they are coming to you for the first time, and it is the first time they're experiencing this type of
nicer,
dining,
finer dining.
they're going to come back to it, but they're going to go to where they're comfortable a couple more times before they search out, typically, right? And then they're always going to come back to home base.
Yep.
So don't think of it so much as it's amateur hour. Think of it more as it's a beginning block or a stepping stone for a lot of people who don't typically get to experience it, right? If you're forced to take someone out into a position or place you're not really comfortable with, don't look at it as those people are evil. That those are the beginning steps. That's your future, right? That's your future. For all you people who are going out for Valentine's Day, like you said.
Let's do tips on if you're going out somewhere and you know like what you should expect and what you should let go and what you should accept.
Sure. You need to understand a couple things. One, it may take a little longer to get your food, but in the same turnaround, they're trying to get that table turned because they have 3 other people behind you. So there's going to be a little bit of that going on. So gratuity, huge. The biggest problem is a lot of people don't, and I'll be the one to say it, I don't give a shit. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of the wait staff doesn't like it. They call it amateur hour because people tend not to understand the tipping system. 20% or above, your service will be good. If it's not good, then you have an issue, then you have something to say. But on a normal average service where everything is great, your steps of service are the way they should be, and if you don't see anything wrong, and you probably don't know what should be perfect, you're doing okay. That's 20%.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. So just add 20% to your bill and don't put your people in a hole, okay? That's what's causing the happy hour. I mean,
well, that's why they get negative about it.
That's right.
They don't want people coming in and sitting at the table, wasting their time and giving them like $5 on a $100 check.
That's
which
right.
Has
Correct.
Happened. I mean, it happens.
$100 check, $20, 20%. For all you have to pull out your calculator, it's pretty simple. For every $100 is $20. If it's $89.90, round up to 20 and be a good person. And you're going to always be. That will get you in the program. Get into the program, man.
Well, and I think, like you said, so you're going to be doing lineup, tonight. So I guess for anybody that's going into work that has that mindset, because we all did it. I mean, we're all guilty of it. And I think, with age, we get a little better of saying everybody's money is important. You're developing a customer. We're looking at it from a different mindset now. So how do you tell them in the beginning of the night to change their mindset for lineup?
It's as soon as you walk through the door. So it's not just tonight. I'm saying it's all week long because it's a week-long build-up.
Yeah.
Especially with Valentine's Day being on a Friday, right? Yeah. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes into Sunday. So we have a long road. Our nights are booked all the way through.
4 nights.
So, but for the day, Valentine's Day, we have to remember, I tell them the same thing. People are coming to us because they trust us with their moment. And it's very important you understand that. People are coming into your restaurant, no matter where you are, because they're choosing you for their moment. Whether you understand that, whether you like that, whether you want them to go somewhere else, it's all irrelevant, right? You chose to work here. You make a good career here. We have a great team here. And those people are coming in here because they heard about it, read about it, want to be about it, have come many a times. Why should tonight be any different? Tonight should be the epitome of your service. You should be putting it out there so good to wine and dine so homie or homette gets that ass like they wanted to. That's the whole point of this. They want to make sure that their whole circle is filled, right?
The goal is to get your customers laid.
Correct.
Is that
and even if they're not even going to get laid, at least get the
hold on, is that like can you say that in lineup?
Yes. Who cares? Why not?
I know you don't care, but I'm wondering for other people out there.
Here's the best way to not have to mess with the HR department, right?
Yes.
Don't have
one.
Don't have one.
We don't have one.
Don't have an HR department.
Yeah,
We're Disrespected doesn't have one, do we?
We don't have one. My company doesn't have one. You don't have one.
I don't have one. So it's common sense, and it's get in where you fit in. And that's the HR. Get in where you fit in. If you don't fit in here, you don't like what we talk about, you don't like what we do, you don't fit in. Yeah. So therefore, there's the HR. It's called the door. You know what I mean? And it's not to be
take a hard right.
Not to destroy people or put people down or anything like that, but that's common sense, man. We're talking about the difference between common sense. However, on Valentine's Day, there's a lot of people that come in the door. They don't really understand what's going on. They may understand what's going on. It could be a first date. It could be typically that's not the case.
It could be a Tinder match. We don't know.
Right. But what we find typically is it's 20-year, a lot of 20-year relationships, 15-year relationships, 5-year anniversaries, marriages, things like that.
The one night they get out.
The one night they get out because it's obligatory. They have to. And because it is, and they're choosing you, you might as well give them the best night they can have.
Yeah.
Just remember to tip 20%
Tip your wait staff.
if they deserve it.
I know.
If they don't deserve it, then that's up to you. However,
And if one thing was wrong, like you had to wait an extra 10 minutes, don't go on fucking Google and put a 1-star
just
review.
stop.
It's the one night of the year you have to have leniency on timing.
well, and not only that, it's the one night a year you chose to bring your girl out or your guy out anyway.
Yeah.
So don't be mad at us that that's the night you chose.
Yeah,
You know, and we're going to put the food out properly. We're going to take our time with it. We're going to do everything we need to do, and we're also going to turn the table the way we need to. Everything is going to be fine.
So don't linger.
Yeah, don't linger. Don't camp. We call it
Camping. No
No
camping.
camping. All right. What else?
Get your
we-
dessert. Get the fuck up.
Get your
go.
dessert. Get the fuck up.
Go
and
sit at the bar. Go somewhere else. Have a drink. Go
That's
out.
right.
Dance.
Don't
do
go
something.
home.
Yeah. Go do something.
Do something, right? What are you
With
gonna do,
your
right?
life.
I mean,
Do
look.
something with your life.
Go do something. Son of a bitch.
I
So
know. Wow.
it's a Friday night.
Yes.
You got the babysitter.
Yes.
You got the kids covered,
Check.
right? You're in the restaurant,
Check.
and shut the damn world off. Shut it up. Try it.
And I usually avoid, people who do dine a lot avoid the night because they just don't want to sit there and wait as long. They know there's going to be
Yeah.
more of a wait. They know there's going to be more problems. I mean,
I think the most people who complain about that though are the ones who forgot to make the reservation, so they use that.
or they
excuse.
expect it.
Yeah.
They expect that you're going to let them in because, no, you're booked for
Friends,
weeks.
all you friends watching me, I don't have no more. I got no more.
Stop
I-
texting.
I got no more room. I got no more tables. I got no more chairs. I can't do anything
You'll
more.
be sitting in the parking garage. with
Exactly. I'll
tables,
pull a
like-
truck out. We'll put a tent
Yeah.
out in a parking garage with tables. Exactly. Do it like Europe. There's nothing more I can do for you. It is now Valentine's Day. You are screwed. I got at least 25 to 30 calls personally on my cell
Oh,
phone.
I'm sure.
Some people I can get in.
Yeah.
Some people I can't. But the show's over.
But don't blame the restaurant because you're a procrastinator.
Oh
and you
my
didn't
God.
do your fucking job. Like you should have had this plan weeks ago.
I have
it's
the same
bad.
rebuttal. I have the same call.
What-
When one of my boys texts me,
Oh God.
I have the same reply. You forgot, didn't you? Damn, with the emoji. It's funny though. A lot of them are cool,
Sorry.
and I'll help them out. My tight people, I can get in there, but we've got them all in there. There's no more tightness. I got no more shoehorns. There's not even a
You can't
shoehorn.
wedge it in any more than
No,
you can wedge it in.
that's it. Every
But-
table's counted for.
And Ronnie, my daughter's doing her first Valentine's dinner tonight, her first ever. So they don't have reservations. And I already told her, I'm like, you work in a restaurant, you know better.
Yeah,
but they're
good
going to
luck.
go walk and try and get in somewhere. So I'm excited to see how her night goes.
Yeah. Well, she's young too, so she's along the line of amateur.
Yeah, she
Right.
is.
So
She's
she's
not
gonna
a
walk in
seasoned
with her
diver.
young guy. These kids are in high school,
Yep.
and someone's gonna roll their eyes. But that's where you're wrong, because if everything goes well for them, or
Yes.
one of them, it doesn't have to be both.
Created a lifelong customer.
Right, you just created it, and it could go wrong, it could go right, but it's going to go right for one of them.
Well-
They're going to come back eventually.
Somebody's going to come back.
Somebody's going to come back. So,
So-
you've got to understand that.
Tonight, treat it like an opportunity to
Yep.
grow your business and stop sitting there being negative about it because the mindset that you walk in with is the mindset that every customer is going to leave with that night.
Exactly. They feel you.
Yeah.
They
And
feel
your
you.
energy is there. So if the
Absolutely.
energy
So-
sucks, they're going to be like, fuck this place. They're not
Right.
coming
And
back.
so just chill out. Restaurant staff, restaurant teams, groups, whatever you call yourself these days and age,
Yeah.
chill the fuck out. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the fact that everyone chose you. There's no way out of it. You're not getting out of it.
No.
It is what it is. Sorry you put out an amazing product all year long and people want to celebrate it. That's heaven for fucking bid. So just suck it up. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the time in the kitchen, on the floor. Have your fun. Make a drink for each other at the end of the shift because you know you're all going to get wore the fuck out tonight.
Yep.
I know we are. We already got worn out all week. So it's a great time of year to just understand that this is what we chose to do. This is what we are doing. There's no way out. Bring it to your customers the way it's supposed to be brought. And customers, just enjoy yourselves and shut the fuck up, man, and enjoy yourself. Right?
Valentine's Day PSA. Check.
Yeah. Here, have a rose.
Have a rose.
All right, that's it. Go out on Valentine's Day. Have a good time. Staff out there, teams, do your work. Enjoy yourselves. Kill it. Have a great day. Ciao for now.
Ciao.